Fraulein, as covered by Colter Wall and Tyler Childers, is being played with two guitars. I'll walk you through Colter Wall's part and also Tyler Childers' part. They're both the same chords, but because one guitar part is capoed, Colter Wall's guitar part is capoed on the 5th fret and then playing out of D formation, the chords will seem different because one is out of D formation and the other is with no capo out of G formation. So, Colter Wall's part, it begins on a D. My first finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, speaking relative to the capo, 1, 2. First finger on the 3rd string, 2 fret. Ring finger on the 2 string, 3 fret. And then you can put your 2nd finger on the 1 string, 2 fret. I'll go ahead and mention that at times during this D chord, you can hear that Colter Wall has his 2nd finger off the fretboard, and you'll have an open 1 string, but that's just kind of a minor embellishment that you can play around with. The song begins with a little rolling picking pattern that is going across strings 4, 3, and 2. Your thumb is on the 4 string, your first finger is on the 3 string, and your 2nd finger is on the 2 string. And what it will be doing is thumb first, thumb second, first thumb, second, first thumb, second, first thumb, is what it's doing on the D. And then it's going to walk into a G chord. It's going to be an open 6th string, 2nd finger to the 6th string, 2 fret, and then 2nd finger to the 6th string, 3 fret. At this point, it just kind of becomes a 2-beat picking pattern. That's like a Travis pick pattern. I'm pinching thumb and 2nd finger on 6th string and 3 fret together, and then moving with my thumb to the 4 string, and then back to thumb on the 6th string, and then 2nd finger to the 3 string, and then thumb to the 4 string, and then 2nd finger to the open 2 string. And then that round just repeats like that. So inside of the G and the subsequent A chord, that's going to be the picking pattern that takes place. So after the G chord, it walks into the A chord by going open 5 string. Actually, let me think about this. Yeah, so open A string or open 5 string, first finger to the 5 string, 2 fret, and then open the 5 string again, so that you've got. And then after hitting that open 5 string, you'll go into an A shape with your first finger. I'm just barring the 2nd fret of strings 3, 2, and 1. I'm sorry, of strings 4, 3, and 2. And you'll do that same kind of picking pattern feel, that Travis pick pattern over an A. Sometimes in this A chord, just another little embellishment, sometimes you can hear Colter Wall put down his ring finger to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then it's going to come back into the D, and you can hear an open 4 string, and then a 3 string, 2 fret that is emphasized there. And then that would be, so open 4 string, and then the 3 string, 2 fret emphasized inside of the D chord. And then I'm hammering on with my 2nd finger to the open 5 string, 2 fret. But you can do it with your one finger if you'd rather. But that would be hammer on the 5 string, 2 fret, and then play the open 4 string behind it. And that's the chord progression that just repeats the D chord to the G chord, walking into it. walking to the A chord, to the D chord. And that's what Colter Wall is doing pretty much the whole time, with some embellishments. At one point, I think moving into the chorus, he does a picking pattern sort of like that over the D. That would be a thumb first on strings 4 and 3, then thumb to the 4, second finger to the 2 string, second finger to the 1 string of a D chord, and then back to the 2 string, into the G chord, to the A chord. So that's what Colter Wall is doing. What Tyler Childers is doing. Let me grab a different guitar here. So Tyler Childers is playing with a pick, and Tyler Childers' part, his part walks in on the C chord. So Tyler's chords are going to be a G chord, to a C chord, C major chord, to a D major chord, walking back into a G chord. But Tyler's part comes in walking in on the C chord. So Colter Wall has been up here playing this D. Whenever Colter Wall goes to his G shape, that's actually a C chord that Tyler Childers walks in with an open 5 string, second finger to the 5 string 2 fret, and then ring finger, or actually I'm using pinky finger to the 5 string 3 fret. And here's where I start to flesh out the rest of my C chord. My ring finger goes down to the 6 string 3 fret, my pinky finger's already on the 5 string 3 fret, second finger on the 4 string 2 fret, open 3 string, first finger on the 2 string 1 fret. And the strumming pattern becomes a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, moving between usually the root of the chord and then the lowered 5th of the chord. So here would be a C on the 5 string and a G on the 6 string. And then it's going to walk to a D chord. The way it walks to the D chord will be second finger to the 5 string 2 fret, ring finger to the 5 string 3 fret, and then go into a D-shaped chord. You've got your open 4 string and the open 5 string that you're alternating between, and then walk back down to the G chord with an open 6, finger to, or first finger to the 6 string 2 fret, and then back into a G chord with my ring finger on the 6 string 3 fret. And you can hear that little feel that happens as well. That would be a hammer-on the 4 string 2 fret, and then hitting the open 3 string right behind it. And this is happening in a G shape. So I'm keeping my ring and my pinky fingers in G position, and moving with my second finger to the hammer, the 4 string to the 2 fret, and then the open 3 string right behind it. Very slowly. And then it walks back up C, walks back up G, walks back down, or walks back up to the D, walks back down G. Then you've got a little solo that Tyler Childers plays. So that first part is going to be played with a quick little hammer-on run from the open 5 string to the 5 string 1st fret with your first finger to the 5 string 2 fret with your second finger. So after that, you'll hit the open 4 string twice, and then hammer on 4 string 2 fret, then open up the 4 string again. So we've got, and then we're going to pull off that same run that we hammered up to. So this would be reverse. So second finger on the 5 string 2 fret, to the first finger on the 5 string 1 fret, that's a pull off, and then pull off your first string, your first finger to 5 string open, and then land on your ring finger to the 6 string 3 fret for that G chord. So this part of the riff so far, we've got an ascension and a descension down to a G. And then we're walking right back into the C chord with our second finger on the 5-string 2 fret into a C chord. Inside of this C chord we hear that would be a hammer on with your second finger inside of the C chord from the 4-string 2 fret to the open 3 string, and then move with your second finger to the 3-string 2nd fret, and then back down with your second finger to the 4-string 2 fret. So we've got very slowly, that was walking into the C chord. Messed that up. And then up to the D chord. I think that's what it's doing. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Inside of the D chord, I'm hammering on with my pinky finger to the 3-string 4 fret, and then coming back to my first finger on the 3-string 2 fret, and then opening the 3 string, picking my first finger up all together, and then hammering on with my first finger to the 4-string 2 fret, and then the open 3 string, before going back into the G, and the little lead break ends with, that would be your ring finger on the 2nd string 3 fret, pull off to your first finger on the 2nd string 2 fret, and then go with your second finger to the 3-string 3 fret, and slide it up to the 3-string 4 fret, and then open the 3 string altogether, and then hit the G chord again. And then we're back to the beginning of the round, where we would walk up to the C, to the D chord, and that's beginning another verse. Finally, there's a little riff that Tyler Childers plays at the end of the song, like that just ends the song into a G. The way that you would play that little riff is that you would hit an open 3 string, hammer on with your second finger to the 3-string 2nd fret, then open that 3 string again. Then you're going to put your second finger back down on the 3-string 2nd fret and slide it to the 3-string 4 fret, so that we've got. Then with your first finger, you're going to put it down on the 2-string 3 fret. And then I think that it hammers on again with the second finger just down to the 3-string 4 fret, and then strikes the 2 string again where you're at with your first finger on the 2-string 3 fret, so that we've got. Then we'll hit the 3-string 4 fret again, and slide down to the 3-string 2 fret. I'm sorry, I'm confusing my strings. You'll hit the 3-string 4 fret again, slide down to the 3-string 2 fret, open up the 3 string, and then you're going to fall into a C chord with hammering on with your second finger to the 4-string 2 fret and hitting the open 3 string after, so that we've got so far. And then I think it does like another little hammer on to the 3-string 2 fret inside of that C chord before coming to the D chord, and kind of lifts up and lets off the 3-string 2nd fret by lifting your first finger and then hammering back on with your finger to the 3-string 2 fret inside of the D chord before finishing on the G chord. So those are the chords and the movements to Fraulein, the way that Colter Wall and Tyler Childers play it. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.